Hello, ladies and germs, it's Joker and welcome back to Brokerock. So, since the last time you saw me, we had a little bit of a disaster. I was over at the Blaze farm, AFK, and when I came back, a blaze had killed me. Not sure how that happened. Next time I go AFK, I will put my record on and we will fix that. But thanks to Jax, after seeing my demise, was very kind to go over to my caravan and fill my caravan full of mending books. So I thought that's what we would do today. We'd go and fetch them. So yeah, we've got a fortune and our silk touch pig. We still haven't been able to get a looting sword back yet. But yeah, I'll head over there, go fetch them, and I'll be back with you with today's plan, because I've been a busy bee. Okay, so here we are. Let's see. Oh, wow. That's what? So 9, 18. You give me 19 enchantment. Mending. All of them are mending. Wow. Jax, you are amazing. Oh, my days. I'm going to put them straight in my ender chest. And then have to take the horrible journey all the way back. But so I have been having a look at some of the designs and things that I have in my creative worlds for a stall, because we have now decided that the shopping district is going to be over there. So yeah, I'm using Brit's build here to show you, but yeah, and then also this pier here, which like people are going to build shops and stuff on. Some people are going to build ships. So we've got a little dock here and a big one. So I have seen a couple of ideas that I like and I might be implementing. We may do that a bit later. But today's main job is to get our storage and furnace array sorted. Because, yeah, I'm kind of sick of living out of chests. So I'll go home, I will set everything up, and I will be back with you shortly. Okay, so cleared out some space, and I've got the structure file up and ready, and I've cleared out the area. So I will just build it and then come back to you guys. I'm just checking things over. This is what initially it's going to look like. Ignore the white quartz. That's what I had. I don't think we're going to go for that as decoration. And then, of course, we're having the selector panel here on that wall. So, yeah, all I actually have to do is just carry this whole design over until the very end. I just need to remember this section here, which is actually a bit problematic, needs to have glass. So I do need to go and smelt some glass. We'll get that done. Then do the selector panel. Then I'll move, and then we'll do our furnace array that's going to be here and here. The only issue is with this, it looks like I'm going to have to do some terraforming just there, because unfortunately the mountain's not quite big enough and we're going to have redstone sticking out the side, and I don't really want that, really, because we want to be able to look down upon this, because the station's going to go down here. Then we're going to have like a bridge there that is going to look like so that the train continues off into that way, and also one that continues that way. And then obviously like a footbridge going over to that side, and then a footbridge going over to there. And we want to have it so that the whole city itself is mixed between these two areas. And I'm going to use the sand from both of them to have it so this mixes a lot better instead of this hard line there. Right, so let's get with building. Okay, so the piston feed tape is actually in. And currently it works. I still need to put in all the barrels that I'm going to be using, and that is going to take a lot of redstone. But if I come down here and press this button, you'll see how it works. You have 2 pistons fire, then the other 2 pistons fire. Of course, we have a clock that continuously runs, which gives a short pulse. So these get pushed and then retracted, and then these get pushed and then retracted, then these get pushed and retracted again. So but we don't have that clock system. So when these push out, these would already be retracted. It's just because I'm using a button that happens. We now need to put in the selector panel. which is another big job. Yeah, but like now this is actually in, it's quite easy. All I have to do is follow the chest pattern here to where the barrels have got to go, and we are good to go. And like I said, because I have that down there, I can just put in a row, then push the button, push the row along, do it again, and I can decide as and when I'm doing that. But let's get the selector panel in first before we go any further. So that way I can just go, right, there's my woods, we'll do that, done, that's my stone, done, then there's such and such, done, that's next one, and so on and so forth. Right, so the selector panel is done. Yeah, I know, part of my recording got messed up, so, yeah. So there is actually two, selector panels going on here. There is what was an item frame selector panel here, which is actually feeding a signal into what was the original selector panel for this design. I merged the two together so that it will actually stop on the correct thing and not just guesswork by numbers and stuff. And we use items in the chests, stacks of items in these chests to register the output, which then corresponds to each one of these torches. So if I go ahead and say I'm going to put those 25 jack-o'-lanterns in this first chest. This is not going to be its permanent place, but this is just to show you. And I want to go to the very last chest in the cycle, select the one I want and turn off that one. It'll now cycle all the way through. And to say there's 10 lots here does not take long. So of course we've got nothing in here. Yes, this is the last chest in the cycle. So now if I wanted the jack-o'-lanterns again, turn that off, turn that on. And there are jack-o'-lanterns. And I will be organising these eventually. These are going to be, especially, this is why I've done it in yellow. 11 even. Yellow? Why yellow? That was brain work. 11 barrels because we have 11 different wood types and we're going to be using all the different wood types for the city down there. So this will just make it easier to be able to grab them. And it also just gives us that extra space as well. Like we could even do, say, we've got wood, logs and planks in here. The next one could be the same wood type, but in stairs and slabs in each one of the wood types. So we'll see. Once we start organising, we'll know. And then I am planning to put that side as well, but that might change. I need to see how my new automated sorting system works on a server. I'm not saying it's going to work, but it might. Next, I think we're going to tackle this. Sticking the hoppers underneath each one of these, putting these in, and the redstone so that it will then recognise when it's got a full 8 items in and release the items and stuff. Yeah. Whether or not this works or not is going to be a different story. But yeah, dunsies. So, unfortunately, guys, it seems that this clip, even though I was talking during it, I had my mic muted. So, I'm going to welcome you to continue watching me build this auto smelter. But unfortunately, yeah, there won't be any audio for the next 8 minutes, if that. So, it's up to you guys. I really don't mind you clicking off this, but it'll be interesting to see how many people do. If you get to the end of the video, please put a high five in the chat if you got to the end of the video.